I am so serious when I say rejection is God's protection, okay? Sometimes I think we know what's best, but this is from a very limited perspective, because if you see something, you're like, oh my gosh, this is me, this is what I need to do, but it's not working out. You have to think about, why is it not working out? It's not working out because it's not supposed to work out, okay? So I just had an experience where I spent an hour and a half, more like an hour and 45 minutes, on this sales masterclass, right? Free seminar. But of course, the catch is at the end that they're selling something to you. Obviously, that's how all these things work. I mean, hey, I'm not judging. It's just literally how they work. They're getting their money, they're presenting something, they want to get you emotionally invested so that they can sell it to you, right? So what was being presented was this opportunity to basically leapfrog from not really knowing remote sales to knowing remote sales. And given that I just came from a sales role, I was very frustrated, one, by the fact that I had to go into an office every single day and do sales that way, when it felt like, don't really love that. Two, I didn't love the fact that I didn't completely align with the product that I was selling. So I was like, okay, yeah, maybe sales is for me. It's just, it was the wrong product. So I'm in this sales masterclass. The opportunity is presented. Hey, you can leapfrog all the time it takes to do the research, figure out where to even get these remote sales roles with these different coaches. And there's a community and all this. So I'm getting to the end of this. I'm emotionally invested. I'm like, oh my gosh, take my money. Okay, this seems like the perfect opportunity for me, especially since I just came from sales. But when I took out my credit card and I tried to pay, for whatever reason, it was not allowing me to pay. And I was getting so frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh, why? It says it's $249. Why I have that on my card? Why can't I pay? And it was just really, really frustrating to me. So I'm like going to my mom. I'm like, oh mom, can I use your credit card? Can I do this? She's like, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm like, okay, fine. So for a moment, I got down in the dumps. I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity for me. This is going to be my ticket out. This is going to be my way to really catapult and go into my next thing. And then I took a moment. I sat and I was like, wait a second. If I'm being rejected from this, that means that there must be something even better that I can't see that is making its way toward me. And that's exactly what I mean by rejection is God's protection. Sometimes you think that this flashy opportunity over here is going to be the opportunity that frees you from all your issues and is going to be the ticket to the good life. But what if there are things that you don't know that God's Spirit source knows that they are protecting you from, that you can't understand right now with your limited understanding? And that was the moment that I had. I realized, you know what? Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's actually great that I didn't get into this, because maybe I would realize that this isn't the opportunity for me. Maybe I would recognize that I really like making videos. I really like chatting. I really like being a creative. I really enjoy living my life and not working for someone else, closing someone else's offers. Maybe I'm not supposed to do that. And it was a very quick shift that happened where one moment I was like, oh, this sucks. And then I was like, wait a second. There's a reason this didn't work out. Because every time something doesn't work out, it's for a reason. And if you see it in that way, then you won't take things personally when things don't work out, because it doesn't have to be personal unless you make it that. And it's so interesting because I had my exit interview for my job today and it went really well. And even one of the questions that I was asked was like, is there any way we could get you back? And I was like, no, because I just don't think it's in alignment with where I want to go in my life right now, what I'm interested in. And I'm really grateful for the team, and everybody that I interacted with was great, because honestly, that is the truth. I have nothing bad to say about my most previous employer. It just simply was not a fit for me. And I just constantly reiterated that to the person that I spoke to in HR because I mean it, like from the bottom of my heart. And at one point I said, you know what? I hit a point in this job where it just felt like I was going against my integrity. I was going against my heart, and I had to choose my heart, as cheesy as that sounds. And it's the truth, because I don't think you ever want to go into anything just for whatever. Like sometimes, obviously, you're going to do things, you're going to learn lessons, all that. But I think when you start to cultivate a relationship with yourself and you really develop this intuition that guides you, this discernment that guides you, you then start to recognize when you are being led in a new direction, and the worst possible thing that you could actually do is go against that. Because whenever I've gone against my intuition, oh my gosh, catastrophic. It's not good. It's not good whatsoever. So I've learned over the years that I just need to go with my intuition. Even if the instruction that I'm told to do makes literally zero sense, I know that the best thing that I can do is actually follow it. Always. And again, it doesn't have to make sense to you in the moment, but God is giving you these little breadcrumbs that are guiding you into your new life. All right. And that's exactly the eureka moment that I had today, not too long ago, because I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to do that actually. Maybe this is not a good idea for me. And I also had another interview with something else that I'm not going to share right now because it's just too infantile right now. So I'm not super grounded in that yet. So I don't want to share it prematurely, which I think is a smart way to move. I think a lot of people like to broadcast everything that they're doing. No judgment. I've just learned that it's better not to do that. It's better to let things mature and get to a certain place in its manifestation before you share it with the world, because I think when you share things prematurely, it can fuck it up. Like it honestly can. And I move very differently in my life right now. I do not tell people what I'm doing until after it's done. And I like it that way. I don't get people in my business. I don't get people trying to impose their opinions on me, because once the deed is done, it's done. You can't really have an opinion on it. Like it's done. It doesn't matter what your opinion is because it's already happened, right? And that's what I knew was going to be the case for me quitting my job. I knew had I voiced many of my frustrations with people, they would have been like, oh, da 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 da, and I didn't want to hear it because my heart said, do this. So I did it. And I'm really grateful I did it. And today my heart said to do something else, which honestly I think was for the best, because it's an investment in myself that I made today. And you'll see soon, because it's going to help me with these videos. So yeah, I'm just really, really grateful for the fact that I can see things from a higher perspective. And even if in the moment I'm like, oh, then I snap out of it and I realize, wait a second, Sydney, think about the life that you're living. You are living a heart-centered life where you don't even know what's going on at a given point in time. I was saying to my sister earlier today, I was like, I shock myself because I never know what the hell is going to happen in my life. I literally have no idea. I'm not even trying to be mysterious. I'm a mystery to myself. Like literally, I have no idea what's going to transpire in a day. And that makes life very exciting, because that means I'm fully living in flow. I'm not going on this monotonous journey that I can easily predict. And I think that's so cool. And I think especially for women, I think we're meant to live this life. I mean, think about it. We have a flow, right? We have our menstrual flow. Like if you are living a life where you can really predict everything, you're not in your feminine flow. And I don't even think it's just women, but I think women especially need to be in their feminine flow, their creative flow, because that's how we work. It is. And I also think men need to tap into this as well, because one of the things that I've been realizing is that so much of this world is so focused on the masculine energy. And it doesn't focus enough on the balance of the masculine and the feminine energy. Obviously, we need the masculine energy in terms of structures and all this stuff that's solid and stable, but you also need the feminine aspect, which is flow, which is creativity, okay? And if you don't have both of those that are at balance with one another, you get an individual who is very unbalanced, an individual who maybe has way too much masculine energy or way too much feminine energy. And then the polarity that is created between men and women is off, okay? And it's not to say that if you're a feminine woman, you're not going to be dipping into your masculine energy as well. You are, but you're going to be able to know when to bring out that aspect and when to bring out the other aspect more. And then also you'll learn how to really mesh well and get to this place of equilibrium with the opposite sex, okay? And one of the big themes that I've been feeling and that I've been hearing about is this rise of the divine feminine. And I think a lot of people think that it's, oh my gosh, like I'm living my soft girl era. I'm like taking baths and I'm going to Pilates. And maybe that's part of it. But you also have to be strategic. You also have to be stoic. You also have to have boundaries. You also have to not let people play with your time and play with your life, because that's how you put yourself in danger as a woman, all right? And then if you're a woman and you're swinging too much to the masculine side, you're not soft. You have no feelings. You're not in tune with your heart. You're not like that's not good either. And then if you have men who are so masculine, whatever, like they can't even see the value in the feminine aspect. Or if you have men who are too feminine, they are wimps. They are pushovers. You would not trust them to protect you whatsoever. And this is why I'm saying it's very important to have a balance of the two. All right. And I think that's the ultimate place that we want to get to. That being said, I am realizing that you really have to go with the flow while also being strong in your sense of self, having boundaries, and being about your own life and upgrading your life and upgrading your mindset and working to become the best and highest version of you without the drugs or alcohol. And so interesting, because today I went out to lunch and would you believe I didn't even have one drink? I didn't even crave a drink. I had a really nice hibiscus, like agua fresca, and it was so good. It was exactly what I wanted. And it made me realize, like, it's crazy that we have been tricked into believing that we just need to have alcohol like with every meal. Like, I think that's insane. And I also don't really like how I feel after I drink, even if it's just one, you know? And I'm also recognizing, like, I don't want to be around certain types of people, which means I don't want to be doing certain types of things, you know? And everybody's on their own journey, no judgment here. I'm on my journey, and I know when it comes to my journey, I don't want to be in certain environments. And that's just the truth. It's not anything to be rude. It's just what I choose and what I prefer. And whenever I'm around people who don't deal with their emotions and traumas in a healthy way, you will see alcohol flowing, you will see marijuana, you will see other things. And I want to shield myself from that as much as possible. I don't want to be near it. Call me annoying, call me whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't want to be near it. I want to be bettering myself every single day. And I'm so excited that I have Soul Cycle tomorrow. I get to actually do that instead of going to work, which I'm really happy about. I also found out that I will be getting my last paycheck right when I'm in Portugal, which is so exciting. I'm very excited to start this next journey, and it's very much full of flow. And I really don't know what it entails, but one thing I do know is that I'm supposed to make these videos every single time I encounter something that I don't understand, because there's some sort of insight that I'm supposed to share with someone. So if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. and I will see you all in the next one.